So, Zhechuan, Zhe can mean a number of things. We're talking about either the furthest point of something or the center, which is the center of the universe. So the furthest point is more about the reaching. So I'm reaching out. And Heiner talks about the movement of Tai Chi. So I'm reaching out and I'm coming back in. So I'm going to my extreme and then coming back. And so what he's referring to is that the birth and the rebirth, the birth, death, and rebirth. And utmost spring, the English name, we're talking about the center of you. The sun is the center of our solar system, but we are the center of ourselves, the emperor. The emperor is the center of that nation, but you are the center of you. And I often use the example of when you're reaching outside your comfort zone with any endeavor in life, the most common thing that you're going to feel is the discomfort. And the discomfort might come across symptomatically with a bit of anxious energy, maybe a bit of sort of tremors, maybe a bit of palpitation. Now, if that endeavor is aligned to your most authentic state, which is the fullest expression of who you are, your highest priorities and highest values, then those symptoms are really and merely just your heart awakening, because the utmost is the fullest expression of your heart. But because of maybe our conditioned mindset around the people that we are around and our upbringing, the symptoms of anxiety, for example, and the palpitations and the shakiness that we feel when we extend ourselves beyond our original source, it seems to most people, from my observation, that they're thinking, oh, well, maybe that was the wrong decision. What if it was the ideal decision where your heart is saying, thank you, I'm awakening, and that thunder of heart that reaches the furthest extreme, that movement, Je, is probably that the heart is awakening. And if you look at the heart channel, 9 points, like I said before, 9 is the state of completion. And number 9 on the heart channel is lesser Chong, which you can think about it as less karma. I want to leave this world without the mundanity of all this emotional baggage. I want to go and express the fullest expression of my heart because I know that my heart has the capacity to deal with it. Mm-hmm. So, but we don't think that. So the utmost source to me, the utmost spring, is springing into life and really extending that link, the pure potentiality of who you are, springing into action.
I love that. And I think that actually clicks very much. Again, this is the point that I often use as an entry point. When the whole system gets blocked and you feel that excess on the spleen and it can't move along the Chinese clock into the heart. So what you're saying, Sohial, that springing into my life gets blocked. Mm. And opening that point when it's a major block opener after loss or shock or grief or even illness, when it feels like the heart, she just isn't available.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. There. I'm glad you mentioned that, because there was something else I sort of neglected to mention, that it also means the state of polarity, right? So polarity is dual, right? So it's coming from the source, which is heaven, is oneness. And then we're going into polarity. So the 10,000 things that the Lao Tzu and Tao Te Ching talks about is the manifestation of the world. So the heart is not about a one-sided world, right? It's polarity. It's about accepting that the changes of yin and yang. So two sides of everything. And so the synthesis and synchronicity, which is another thing one of my mentors said, the synthesis and synchronicity of complementary opposites is at the level of the soul spirit. Whereas the diathesis and diachronicity of complementary opposites is at the level of the earth, the animal. So heart is about polarity. And it also means you are between heaven and earth, which means you're guided. Trust yourself and spring into that action for your pure potential.
And when it comes from the heart, we know when it gets, when we've gone through the triple heater and we've gone through the pericardium, we've gone through the small intestine, and we've actually entered that true source. If it can spring outward, we know we're going to be in our authenticity. Even if it looks weird to everyone else, we're doing us.